Cool beat.
It's a good one.
Invincible, Big Wild, featuring Ida Hawk.
I think so.
Then why is it like lowercase letter I?
Maybe
and
it's
then,
Ida.
Maybe it's Ida. Ida Hawk or Ida Hawk. Either way, it's good shit. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's a good tune. Just found it.
How'd you find it?
Google Play.
Google, just like randomly?
Just randomly.
How does that even work? What do you mean like randomly?
Just listening to random playlists on Google Play. I don't even remember what it was.
Huh.
But sometimes I just go into like a certain, I feel like listening to a certain category of music. So I just pick it and then I play like, you know, new or emerging songs of that category. And
right.
Sometimes I listen to it and I'm like, oh, this is nothing. I don't want to listen to this and turn it off. But sometimes I'm like, I get really into it and I find some good songs.
Is that like how Apple's Genius thing works? Like iTunes Genius, you turn it on and it just like basically tells you, hey, you're going to like this song. Yeah,
so I think that's more personalized.
Oh, right. That's true.
Google Play has something like that. It's called Feeling Lucky. So it's like one of their channels.
Where is this? I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
No, I have.
Yeah, if you go to home and then you just go to browse stations or something like that, then there's one that's Feeling Lucky and it says like the description of it is like music we've chosen for you based on like what you listen to or something like that.
Right.
Which I haven't actually tried. Because I feel like the music I listen to is kind of like the music I specifically seek out and listen to is kind of not obscure. It's popular music, but it's sort of like all over the place, and I feel like it wouldn't be very well
definitely
curated.
All over the place. Way all over the place with me. It's just it depends if the song is good. That's it. Bottom line.
Totally.
If I like it, if it clicks for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's basically it. I don't even fuck what genre it is. It could be like fucking.
That's what music's all about. It's about
blues,
how it makes you
or it could be
feel.
dubstep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right.
Shift Face Podcast.
Where? Who?
That's
right. Shift Face Podcast.
Back at it here in the studio.
Yeah, in the studio. What's happening, peeps? Hope everyone's doing well. On what's today? Wednesday Eve.
I haven't gotten used to working Wednesdays yet. Because I haven't worked Wednesdays in like probably almost a year.
That's true.
So it's been throwing me off kilter a little bit, this change in schedule.
I fucking love this schedule.
Yeah.
So for those of you out there that don't know, which is pretty much all of you, Sam is a big fan of getting 2 days off in a row. So because this way we get to plan stuff and like go for trips and stuff. I don't, because I hate the feeling of let's just say for you normal people out there, like on a Sunday night, know that, hey, weekend's over, back to work now.
You don't like working 5 days in a row.
And then you got to work 5 days in a row just so you can have a day off.
2 days off.
Sorry, 2 days off.
Well, I've actually noticed a difference. Like, so we've switched. So basically, for a long time, Tony and I have tried to figure out our schedule so that we could both have the same weekend, quote unquote weekend. And it has been, for the most part, Tuesday, Wednesday for the most of the past year and a half, let's say.
That's right.
However, with Tony's newish job, it wasn't really working out that he was getting all the same days, like Tuesday, Wednesday off every week. Meanwhile, I got Tuesday, Wednesdays off every week, and it was consistent for me. So anyway, but we had been operating on a 2-day weekend, 5-day work week system for a long time. Tony really wanted to switch to split days off.
Split days, baby. That's the best.
So that's what we've done.
It's fantastic.
And it's been this is the second week of doing that.
No,
for
first
me.
real week for you because last week you
True.
worked on a Monday.
And you know what? I can already tell you that
You love it.
No, I really don't.
What?
Yeah.
Why the fuck don't you love it?
Because having only one day off, it just feels like I never left the place.
See, you're getting this all wrong, man. You're thinking.
No, I'm not getting it all wrong. That's how I feel about it.
Well, you're thinking of one day off. You know what I think?
I don't think about it. I'm telling you, this is how I feel. Having had one day off and then going back to work. People were like, "Oh, how was your day off?" And I'm like, "It was all right. It was
you and I.
It was a day. I don't feel like I don't feel like I've had a break from work."
I think that's the difference between you and I. I consider like Friday nights are a big thing for me, and I consider Friday night as almost a night off. Because I don't have to fucking think about shit for the next day. I could chill. Like, I love Fridays. When I was in school, Fridays were my absolutely favorite day of the week. Not the Saturday, which, you would get the whole day off, and knowing that you have another day off coming on Sunday. They're okay. But Friday was everything. Friday is the best. And this way, what I'm doing is I'm maximizing my Fridays by, instead of just having one Friday, I work 2 days and then I have a Friday night. I work 3 days.
I get that. I do. I definitely, everyone feels that way about Fridays, right?
Right now it's Friday. Do you feel that way? Well, it's not Friday. It's Friday for us.
Because let me explain to you, what the difference for me is, like, say when I was in school, like when I was in university and I had Friday nights, like it was Friday night and I knew, okay, yeah, it's Friday night. I'm excited because I can do whatever the fuck I want. Tomorrow morning, I don't have to be anywhere. But I also knew that I had 2 days of unscheduled time ahead of me. So it wasn't just like, okay, I have Friday night off. I can do whatever I want tomorrow morning. But then like tomorrow night, it's like, okay, it's like another school night. Like I have to go back to school. For me, it's a different feeling.
But that's the thing, though. It's not really a school night for us because we work nighttime.
I know, but it's a different feeling because work days are still different because it's like I wake up, I know I have this deadline of, okay, I have to leave for work at a certain time. So I have this like limited amount of time of like when I can get stuff done before my shift. So it's just, for me, it's a different feeling.
Well, maybe you'll change your mind eventually because get used to it, baby. We're going to do this for a while now.
I told you.
Hey, we did your shit for a whole goddamn year.
Yes,
we're going to do it my way now.
I told you we would do this for the summer. Also, I like every time I mention to anyone I work with, I'm like, oh yeah, like because people are like confused because I'm on different days now.
Because people don't get it.
And I'm like, literally every single person, they're like, why are you on split days? Yeah. Why? And I agree with them. I'm not gonna lie.
This is one of the main reasons I love being in this industry. I can have split days off. I love it.
Yeah.
Like now.
I've never met anyone else who.
Right now, it's like Friday. Tomorrow, I got the day off. I can do whatever the fuck.
And then we got to go back right back to work.
Tomorrow is not really a school day. I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck. I got to take it easy tonight. I work tomorrow.
No, of course.
Because literally, I work the next. So basically, I feel like I'm getting 2 days off. Tonight being one of them. Tomorrow. And the day after, the daytime that we're not working, will complete tonight as a second day. Does that make any sense? And you do that twice a week. That's how I see it. Versus like literally, by the way, Sundays are the worst. I fucking hate Sundays. 2 days off. The Sundays where it was Sunday for me, it never clicked. It was like, I still felt like I only had 1 day off and I had to work 5 days a week. Because the Sunday was just like, literally it was like, I know it doesn't make sense. But to me, it was just like, okay, it makes sense because in my head, I was like, fuck, 5 more fucking days of work, and then I get a day off. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm saying that, like, I hate my work or anything like that. Like, I actually have a fucking good time at work. But it's the days off right now is basically giving me the freedom of doing stuff. And I think, actually, you might agree with this one, is that with us being podcasters, our new schedule actually helps, perhaps.
That might be true. I just think the biggest thing for me is like having 1 day off at a time doesn't allow me enough time to decompress and like mentally.
Jesus, what do you do for a living? Work at a coal mine?
No, everybody has that. Everybody who has a full-time job needs time to decompress and to mentally like take a break from work. And I just feel like having that one day in between shifts is, for me, it just doesn't feel like enough.
First world problems, ladies and gentlemen. First world problems.
I guess, yeah.
I need to decompress with 2 days off. Just kidding. I'm not trying to make fun of you. But first world problems, peeps. Anywho, Sam, this is your favorite part of the fucking podcast. Why don't you tell people what the hell are we drinking?
I would want to say first things first, but it's clearly not first things first because we've already been.
I'm so glad you're not saying first things first. I hate that.
What are we drinking?
You tell me, man.
Well, you bought it.
I bought it. It's cider from Vancouver Island, and I was about to just take a look at what the name of the cidery is, and then you told me to put the bottle away. I already know what it is.
It's Raven's Moon. And then now you're asking me what it is. Apple raspberry cider from
Raven's Moon?
That's right.
Apple what?
Apple raspberry cider.
That's what it is.
It's pretty good.
It's good shit. I love that tartness.
It's tart. It's fruity, but it's tart. It's dry.
It's fruity, but it's tart. Dry. I love it. That all sounds amazing. I'm really,
so we have a little glass of this, and then shortly we're going to be opening, right in front of us, we have here Meadow Vista Honey Wine Bliss Sparkling Cherry Honey Wine from the Okanagan Valley.
This is honey wine, but at the store it said mead, which for those of you peeps out there, mead is the oldest drink in the world.
It doesn't say mead anywhere on the bottle.
It said at the fucking thing at the store, man.
Pure honey and real fruit.
Well, mead. Okay, originally
to the making of our cherry sparkler bliss.
Here's what it is. Do you know what mead is?
Yes.
What is it?
It's like the base of alcohol.
No, mead is basically alcohol made from honey. So you ferment honey because honey has sugar. You ferment those sugars and then you make mead. So it's made from a honey. And it is the absolute oldest drink known to man. Like the Vikings used to drink it, like before wine.
Right.
It was mead. And basically it's just they would, I guess, take a bunch of honey and let it ferment and drink that. So I think that's why at the store it said mead, because it's like honey wine. Honey-based. Yeah, it's like sparkling cherry honey wine. So I'm assuming that's why. But I'm excited. I'm excited to try it.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
But for now, we're just going to drink the cider.
Yeah. So we're both post-shift here.
Post-shift.
It's late at night.
Wee hours in the morning.
Mm-hmm, that's right. How was your shift? How was your day?
It was good. You want to hear something funny? I trained.
Oh, yeah?
I was training someone today.
A new bartender?
No, a new server. They were just doing
they were doing their bar training.
One bar training shift.
Yeah.
Which was kind of funny.
I also trained a little bit tonight.
Oh, did you?
But go ahead.
Cool. Way good for us trainers. Which is kind of funny because it's like fucking. It's not even my third month yet. Oh, maybe it is. No, it'll be in like a week or two. Yeah. Anyway, so that was cool. That was fine. It's funny training servers because who gives a fuck if they learn how to make drinks because they're never gonna make it anywhere.
And that's how I feel like in general. Because a lot of times when you start a new job as a server, you get, an hour or two at the host stand, an hour or two at the bar, and you're supposed to be trained on those stations. But the people who are training you don't give a fuck because you're like, well, they're not actually working this department. So, yeah, sure, just hang out with me for an hour, but I don't give a fuck.
You know what I was trying to do, actually? I was trying to help her understand where the bartenders are coming from when dealing with servers.
Okay.
And also as a server, what she should do with the bar. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what I was trying to do.
That's helpful.
Yeah, exactly. So she was like, actually, like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, okay. I'll do that. I'll do this. I'll do that. Which is what it should be. I shouldn't be fucking showing her how to make a mojito. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But so yeah, I did that. And then at the end of the night, there was these two tables that just fucking stayed. Like, it's crazy.
Campers.
One table, campers. One table, they didn't have anything in front of them. Maybe some water.
Ugh,
and they were sitting, and we have like an open kitchen concept. and they were sitting by the kitchen, and they saw the entire kitchen clean up and closed down shop, and there's nobody in the kitchen anymore, and left. Like, everyone in the kitchen left, but they just stayed, just hanging out, chilling. Then there was this other table came up to us at the end of the night, and he's like, okay, he's pretty tipsy, and he's like, hey, can I order more booze? And we're like, fuck, like, we were gonna say no, but technically liquor license runs till midnight,
right,
on a weekday. So one of the guys I work with, he said, yeah, sure, which was not the best. Yeah, sure, but the guy tipped very, very well, so that was cool.
That's great.
Yeah, but then that meant that we all had to stay till they leave.
Right.
But it was cool because the guy who actually said yes, I was like, hey man, do we all need to stay? He's like, nah, fuck it, I'll just stay. So it's like, all right, sweet. So I took off.
Which is great for me because I was already at home because I had a slow ass fucking night.
Yeah.
And I got home at like 10:15, something like that. Let me just tell you this. I just have to tell you one little fact about my night, and just basically like generalize that to my whole night, and you'll get it. So my first table is a family of 3. The daughter's 20, and then her parents. Asian family. They were not from Vancouver. Like they're like they live in Asia. Like I'm pretty sure they live in China.
So they were like tourists?
Yeah.
Okay.
And anyway, they sat down at 5, and they were my only table for the duration of their meal. And so, I'm paying a lot of attention to them. I'm trying to talk to them, even though, like, I'm, for instance, I'm telling them the features for the evening, and in the middle of like my like artistic like
spiel
about the features that the chef's paid so much attention to, blah blah blah. The guy's just like, I want a beer. Like literally, I'm in mid sentence about like
what your features
the like,
are, and then I want a beer.
I'm like, oh, okay, great. Anyway, so it's this kind of table. They kind of warm up to me. Like at first I'm like, okay, it doesn't seem like they speak much English at all. But then we like had a couple conversations here and there, and they were kind of warming up to me once they like got their stuff,
Sure.
But they tipped me $0. 0 cents. They paid cash, they asked for change, and they left not a penny on the table.
Good old Turistos.
Which is, I honestly think, the first time that's happened to me at this job, and I've been at this job for just over a year and a half.
That's crazy.
Right? I was shocked.
How big was the bill?
$175. It's not nothing.
No.
I paid, because I tip out still on that, so I still paid like $10. I paid $10 about
for them to eat there. That's crazy.
So that's how my night started.
That's fucking nuts.
And yeah. So
hey
anyway,
man, it was a couple weeks ago.
That's how my night was.
It was a couple weeks ago at work that this chick server, she had a party and their bill was like almost $500 and they left her nothing. No, they left her like $10. That's what it was.
Ugh.
So she lost like $30. She paid
European or something.
I don't remember, but they paid. She paid $30 to the restaurant for them to eat there.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Which, if this doesn't make any sense to anyone, just so you know, servers, bartenders, they all tip out to the house no matter fucking what. If I go to work and I'm bartending or I'm serving, and let's say every single fucking table gives me 0, like they give me no tips, and let's say I sell $1,000, I have to tip out about 4.5% to 5% of that. So that means about $45 to $50. No matter what, I can't go to a house and be like, hey, house or restaurant, sorry, I made no money, I can't tip you out. They're like, fucking tough luck.
Yeah,
that's what it is. That's how it works.
And so, you know what? That's just like, it's part of the industry we're in. For the most part, we come out on top. But we do have those times once in a while, and it's just, you got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
So
think about that next time you want to tip your server or your bartender. Just saying, public service announcement.
And also think about it next time you travel. Just familiarize yourself with the customs of the country, because
fuck yeah.
Like for instance, I
can't wait to go to Australia to not tip.
Yeah, right. And England.
And England, that's right.
For instance, I had a British couple tonight, and they were like fucking thrilled by my service. They were like, if they were like an inch away from like getting on the ground and like kissing my feet.
Oh
like they were so over the moon about my service, blah blah blah. And they tipped me $10 on a $125 bill. And to
Not
them,
even 10%.
that's like they were, you know, they were so you know when you can tell like people are like proud of themselves for the tip that they're giving you. So they were like so happy to give me that tip, and I'm like, oh, thanks so much. I'm not going to get any of that. That's basically what I'm tipping out.
Right.
I'm maybe made $1 off of you. Thank you so much.
Damn, man, that sucks. No wonder you made no money tonight.
Yeah, no, it was not a great night. But, you know, that happens. And like I said, we take the good with the bad. And for the most part, it's the good. So
most part, it's a positive outcome.
Yeah. So going back to that whole thing of like the schedule and how right now we're on split days off, and I'm
still want to talk about this shit, Sam?
Not really enjoying it. I just
You're
wanted
not really
to say,
enjoying it. You just want to fucking tell people
no,
how
I just wanted to say that the one thing that is like kind of making me feel okay about it is the
me being happy about it.
Well, there's that. Yeah,
my happiness means
great.
everything to you.
That's of
Isn't
course,
that right, Sam?
Definitely, absolutely.
Perfect.
Then we're done talking about this. The thing that is making me feel better about it is the fact that we have a lot of like little chunks of time off coming up.
Right.
So we have all these tiny little vacations coming up this summer. So I'm really looking forward to those.
Little mini vacays.
And that's starting this month. And so I'm really, really pumped about that. So in a couple weeks, we're going to Campbell Bay Music Festival.
Damn, Skippy.
Which is on Main Island, one of the southern Gulf Islands.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful, gorgeous.
Basically off the west coast of Vancouver Island.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you fucking fucked that one up. It's on the East Coast.
I always do that because I come from the East and I always think everything's west.
Aww.
But anyway, damn it, East Coast.
That someone didn't go to school.
Hey, fuck you.
Hey.
School.
I'm just kidding.
Not geography school,
she went to school. She has more degrees than me. Funny enough. You do, eh? You got like two bachelor's degrees.
Yeah, but I hate talking about it, so let's not.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Who gives a fuck about my 2 useless fucking degrees?
Hey, I got a degree. I got a degree in finance.
Your degree is so useful.
Useful. Fine. Honors. Finished with honors.
That's right.
Killed it. Now I bartend. Boom.
Well, yeah, but that's useful in everyday life.
Yeah, it is, actually.
Totally. 1,000%.
Hey, man, you did like psych. You like fucking analyzing me all the time.
I learned a lot of interesting and useful stuff for managing everyday interpersonal relationships.
Didn't you have that
for sure?
Right. Didn't you have that crazy fucking dream class?
Yeah, sleeping dreams. That was an awesome class.
Yeah, and then every time I have a dream, I always tell about it. I'm like, hey, what happened to this dream?
That's not true. Don't lie.
Okay, maybe I'm lying.
You lied.
Nightmares. I tell you about nightmares.
Yeah, you haven't had one in a long time, though. You used to have them a lot in Ottawa.
Yeah, because it was fucking Ottawa. You'd wake up, you're fucking in a nightmare.
Yeah. Anyway, I was trying to talk about Campbell Bay Music Festival.
Go on.
So, yeah, it's a small music festival on on Main Island, which we went to last year for the first time.
Fantastic time.
And we volunteered at, and we're volunteering at it again.
That's right.
And I'm really fucking pumped about it.
Me too. I'm very pumped.
So June 22nd to June 25th is when we're going. I honestly can't wait.
It's not known to a lot of people, which makes it even fucking better.
Well, and I mean, I guess no matter how well known it is, they only sell so many tickets. Like last year, they were sold out, and it still was very intimate and small.
Like throughout this whole year, I told so many fucking people about it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out." I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, it's so cheap and it's so awesome. It's so cool. So one thing, actually, Sam and I were talking about tonight that maybe, hopefully, somehow, some way, we'll get one of the organizers on the podcast, and they'll talk to us more about the actual festival and how it came about. I think it would be really, really, really fucking cool, and how they book all these like awesome indie talent.
I have a feeling that they are, because, well, my feeling comes from our experience at the festival last year. So all the artists seem to be very well connected to each other. Like they were all hanging out, and they seemed to be just like a big group of close friends.
It's called Underground.
Yeah, I guess so, because we volunteered. So a lot of the
volunteers. We should tell people what we do.
Sure.
We're in charge of the parking.
Yeah, we tell people where to park.
Basically
just hang out at the gate.
And like literally, remember like hanging out the gate, I'm like fucking wearing a bandana with like a stick in my hand.
Yeah.
Just like sitting on those little tripods.
Yeah.
And just like, yeah, that way.
I feel like this year we should really like hook ourselves up. Like bring our fucking speaker, play some music. You know, like have some drinks.
Oh, we'll pimp it out.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. It was so much fun. And I feel like now we know exactly, like, because we did it last year, we know exactly what to do. Last year we'd never been to Main Island before, so we didn't know if we could buy food there or alcohol there.
Oh, now we're pros, man.
Now we know where the stores are. We know the local pub. We know our way around. And we know how to hitchhike on the island.
Yeah, you hitchhike everywhere on the island. It's awesome.
Yeah, we're primed and ready to go. And I honestly, it couldn't come a day sooner.
Locked, cocked, and ready to rock.
Sure.
That's how they say it, Sam.
Yeah.
Not primed. We're locked.
I'm primed.
Cocked, ready to rock. I'm primed. Okay, cool. Thanks.
You're welcome. And then just honestly, a couple of days after we get back from Camel Bay, 3 days, we are going on
we're going to drink some wine.
A work trip of mine.
Mm-hmm.
So my work is sending me on a trip to Tin Horn Creek Winery in Oliver, BC. And I'm also super fucking excited for that. Like, I just can't wait till the end of this month because it's going to be so much fun. So, go ahead.
No TVs in the rooms because they want you to relax.
I love relaxing. That sounds great. And obviously, like, first of all, we're driving, so we can bring whatever the fuck we want. So we can bring a laptop, an
iPad or something.
Yeah. So if you really
I'm about to like crack this fucking.
I know.
mead.
Okay.
Drink your fucking shit. I'm drinking it. I'm all about it. Okay, you don't need to scream.
But I want to have some too.
Oh, I'll just wait for you to drink while
I only have a little bit left, so you should.
Thirsty
wait.
as fuck.
You can pour yourself some, but you have to wait for me to drink.
But I can't drink it.
That's right. I'm almost done. It'd be like a minute. You can hold off for a minute.
Fine. Ooh, child, this looks good. But yeah, anyway, go on by your Tin Horn Creek.
Tin Horn Creek, we're going to stay there for 2 nights at their resort, which I'm super fucking excited about. And then we get a tour of the winery with tasting. We're going to have dinner there. Yeah.
Oliver, BC.
Mm-hmm. Never been.
No, never been. That's obviously one of the warmer climates of British Columbia.
Yeah, it's very close to Soyuz.
So is this also, because I know Soyuz has a
desert.
A desert.
I don't think it's quite desert. I think Soyuz is the only desert area.
Am I going to see some rattlesnakes in Oliver? Am I in danger of getting bitten by a rattlesnake?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
Well, my buddy Sean, who's from Penticton.
Oh, hell no. Ask him.
Well, no, he'd seen rattlesnakes in Penticton. Penticton is like north.
Well,
we might have to cancel this trip.
I mean, I'm going whether you're coming or not.
You want to go get fucking bitten by a rattlesnake?
I think I'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it.
All right. See you never.
See me never? What does that mean?
You're going to go there, you're bitten by a rattlesnake, and you're not going to make it.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Some people make it.
What?
Some people make it. They get bitten and they make it. It all depends on how fast you get to the hospital.
Right.
If you get bitten.
I won't get bitten.
If you get bitten on your hand or something like that, you might lose a finger.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Can I tell you something?
You always wanted to lose a finger. What?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I've always had like a slight weird fantasy about losing my pinky finger.
Your pinky finger?
Yeah, my left pinky finger. Like for instance,
so you want to lose your left pinky finger?
No, of course not. But it's something that I've thought about.
You want to be dismembered?
No, but it's something that I've thought about like recurringly.
What the fuck? In
my life, like probably since I was like 14 or something like that. I think about like chopping off my finger.
Okay, you could have said this on our first date. Now I'm fucking finding this out.
First of all, we never went on a date, so.
I guess, but that was the first thing you met me. Like, hey, just so you know, I want to cut my finger off. Well, it's not something that's
at the forefront of my mind all the time. Ooh, look, a bubble. But since you brought it up.
I think Sam's tipsy. She's talking about, a bubble, and I'm going to cut my finger off.
No, it's something that like I do think about quite a bit.
You know what? Pinky's okay because that's very Yakuza style.
Yeah.
Do you know about this?
No.
Okay. Do you know what Yakuza is?
No. It's Japanese something.
Japanese Mafia.
Oh, sorry.
That's the Yakuza. So if you make a mistake in the Yakuza, your first mistake, you listen to me? You're writing shit down. What are you writing now? Yakuza? If your first mistake in the family, in the Mafia.
They cut your finger off?
you cut the tip of your pinky finger off. You do it yourself with a very, very sharp knife. And you just basically put it on a chopping block and boom, it's done. You cut the little one off. So every time if you see like your Japanese Yakuza member, they'll have like if they're missing a piece of their pinky finger, that means that they fucked up at some point. So like they disrespect the family or something like that. So they did that. Second mistake.
Penis?
No, not penis. They're gonna kill themselves. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, you take your own fucking life. The penis. Oh, god damn it! I fucked up again. Cut my penis off. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I was just joking.
Is that someone else you think about? Cutting penis
No,
off?
I don't have a penis, so I don't think about that. But the pinky finger thing is like, for some reason when I was younger, I always felt like, you know, like it probably wouldn't be that bad. Like it would not be a big deal.
Well,
to
that's
cut your finger off.
if you were gonna lose a finger, the pinky is probably the one that you should lose.
But then a lot of times,
or the ring finger,
I'd be like, oof, the ring finger.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Saving
the
some
ring
money.
finger is like pretty fucking useless when you think about it. Like if you try to be like
that's what I mean.
Dexterous with your hands,
that's what I mean.
The fucking ring finger is probably the most useless.
Obviously, the most useful is the thumb, without a doubt.
Yeah, I never want to lose a thumb.
Well, of course, that's what makes you human. You have opposable thumbs. That's a thing.
That's what makes you human.
Well,
what about my heart, Tony?
Oh my god.
And my kindness.
Okay, I don't think you should be drinking this fucking mead.
Speaking of which, cheers.
Hey, cheers.
Ooh, it smells like honey.
Oh, that's kind of weird. Do I like it? Do I hate it?
Ooh. Yeah, it tastes like honey. It's like sparkling honey. It's like sparkling watered down honey, isn't it?
You mean sparkling mead? Booyakasha.
Sure.
By the way, I know I said that makes you human, but it probably doesn't because I know apes have opposable thumbs as well, right?
That's what I was gonna
like
say.
Like monkeys
too.
or something. Anyway, yeah. So ring finger would probably be a good one to lose.
I guess.
Unless you plan on getting married.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. But whatever. What the fuck are we talking about this? This is bullshit.
No, it's just something I think about from time to time.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
No, not at all. Getting dismembered. I think about losing an ear once in a while.
An ear would be, again, not that bad.
Hey, what's his name? Van Gogh.
Van Gogh cut off his own ear. That's right.
Cut off his own ear. Yeah. He still was a famous painter.
That's right. Very famous.
That's right.
But was he famous before he died?
No, he wasn't. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
A lot of artists, they don't get famous until after they die.
Post-mortem fame, eh?
Yeah. So it's like
Tupac. No, Tupac was famous.
No, Tupac was very famous before he died. But yeah,
actually, speaking of... Sorry, go on.
No, I really had nothing to say.
Okay. Something very interesting I found out today. Prince was a janitor. And he used his janitor money to buy studio time.
So like when he was a young kid, he was a janitor?
But I don't know how young he was, but apparently like he was a janitor and he would take that money that would make being a janitor
to buy studio time. Cool.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Yeah, I guess.
It's not crazy to you? Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of like famous artists, they have like humble beginnings.
Yeah, but a janitor, I understand like if, you come from a bad...
The cliche for like a lot of artists or like actors or anything is to be a waiter or a server, right?
Right.
So...
Janitor reminds me of like fucking Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what it reminds me of. That's why it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's not your fault, Sam. It's not your fault.
Not my fault.
It's not your fault.
I like this mead business.
Like this mead business. There, it says mead on the fucking bottle right there, man. What's wrong with you?
Meadow Vista?
Take the OW out.
Okay.
It's mead.
That's a stretch.
Meadow.
That's a stretch. So we have tomorrow off. It's our Friday, as you mentioned.
Today is our Friday.
No, that's what I meant. It's our Friday right now. So we have tomorrow off.
Right.
I have been doing some research as to what we should do tomorrow.
Cutting our fingers off.
I have a little bit of a list.
A little bit of a list.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tomorrow, for anyone who doesn't live in Vancouver, for the past few days in Vancouver, it's been fucking beautiful. It's been like 20 plus degrees, sunny, just like super nice weather.
Gorgeous.
we have been working the past couple days.
Tomorrow's supposed to rain.
It's going to rain. 100% chance of rain all day.
That's how the cookie crumbles for us.
I was looking.
Indoor activities, I take it.
By the way, I got my privilege pass today.
Oh, sick. That's dope.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I have it. I can use it. Anyway, so I was looking for like a day trip, maybe a possible day trip tomorrow. And I was looking like, okay, what's the weather here going to be like? Over here. It's going to rain pretty much in the entire province.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, well, fuck it. Like, we're not going to.
So we can't go to Northern BC tomorrow morning?
Norton?
Yeah.
Never heard of Norton.
What do you mean Norton? Northern.
Oh.
Oh, you thought I was talking about like a town called Norton?
Yeah, I did.
Sorry, I meant to say Northern.
Northern. I'm sure far in the interior was probably going to be different, but I was looking at like.
You said the entire province of BC?
Okay, well, I was
this shit's on record, you know that.
Like,
I can
it's a
replay
day
this.
Trip.
Should I play this back?
It's a day trip, so we're obviously not going that far.
Right.
So I looked at like Whistler, I looked at Pitt Meadows, Gibson's, like, you know, places around.
Sure.
It's going to rain everywhere. So I was like, well, fuck it. We'll just stay in town. Anyway, so I have a list of things.
Sounds like a bunch of happy hours to me.
For like rainy day activities, basically.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Do you want me to go through them?
Sure,
okay.
Please.
So there's this new pop-up bar in Vancouver called Black Bamboo Pop-Up Bar.
You had me at bar.
It opens at 8. It's only open 8 to 11.
8 a.m. to 11 a.m.?
No, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Like, whoa, we party.
But it seems pretty cool. So like maybe we could check that out.
Where is it again?
I don't know. Somewhere downtown.
What is it called?
Black Bamboo.
Okay.
Going to see a comedy show, Comedy Mix.
Mm-hmm.
It's showcase, Thursday showcase.
Cool.
So that could be good.
Comedy show.
We could go out for dinner. I'm not talking to you now. I'm talking to the listeners. I have a list of restaurants in Vancouver that we need to go out to dinner to. And we've been slowly working our way through that. So another option is to pick one of those and go out for dinner somewhere. We could go see a movie, which we haven't done in probably over a year, which is fucking crazy.
It's true.
So we could go see a movie. Parallel 49 is a brewery in Vancouver. It's like East Vancouver. Not East, but...
East?
Downtown East, right?
It's in East Vancouver.
Yes. But like East.
Okay.
East.
It's very east.
Anyway, they apparently just revamped their whole tap room. And apparently it's super cool.
Okay.
And we haven't been there before, so that could be something to do.
I like all of these revolve around us drinking. Cool.
Except for the movie.
We're not drinking at the movies? Scratch it.
And then the last idea I have is a combination that would take us
all of them
from evening to late night.
Okay.
So that would be going to Hawksworth to sit at their bar and have some bar bites.
Number 6 restaurant in Canada.
And then going to Comedy Mix.
Mm-hmm.
And then going to España for cheese and wine.
España.
Because last time we went to España, we were like, we wanted to have cheese and wine, but we ate too much food, so we couldn't have cheese.
We ate too much food.
So
España is fantastic.
That's what I have as options for our evening tomorrow.
Cool. Well, scratch all that. I'm spending the entire day on the couch watching Netflix. Just kidding.
Super lame.
Speaking of Netflix, fucking watching Bloodline season 3. Holy fuck, isn't it an awesome show?
Shit's intense.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how popular the show is because you can't, like, I don't know. I don't really hear people talk about it all the time.
It's popular. I hear,
it's popular.
Not people I know, but
I feel like it's underrated for some reason.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, it's not Breaking Bad. Excuse me. I burped in the mic.
Right.
So that's what I mean. It's like,
I feel like
it's not Game of Thrones.
Netflix original shows are not never. Sorry.
House of Cards.
House of Cards is huge. That's true.
Netflix's stock went up because of House of Cards.
Yeah.
So Bloodline.
Well, maybe it's not now they have so many that it's like.
Did you know Facebook's coming out with their own show now?
Ugh,
with their own TV shows?
Me.
Yeah. I'm not upset. I think it's great.
Amazon has their own,
course.
which I don't know if anybody watches those.
I think they do. Yeah, Amazon Prime. Yeah, they do.
Never even heard of them.
I think it's not like it's not about these companies coming up with their own original programming. It's about the talk, and the focus should be about how NBC, ABC, and all those people are on their way
Are
out.
dying. Yeah.
They're done.
Totally.
These guys are dominating.
Yeah.
And they're producing, they have the money.
Yeah.
They're producing these shows, and some of them are fantastic. Some of them are shit. They don't care. They'll just fucking try it out for a couple episodes, and then they fucking cut it.
But yeah, Bloodline is so good. It's one of those shows.
Great TV show.
I was talking to my coworkers the other night about it, and I was like, "Oh, do you guys watch Bloodline?" I was like, "Tony and I are watching it right now." It's like one of those shows that we just like episode after episode. We want to watch the next episode.
Yes.
And it's like you watch one episode and you think like, okay, this can pretty much only go one way. Like you think you know what's going to happen, and then all of a sudden it's like. And every episode's like that.
Yep.
So it's like it really keeps you on your toes.
In a good way.
From
Not
scene
like
to scene.
fucking,
In a great way.
What did I tell you? Remember I said something, I was like...
It's very smart. It's very well written.
It was Lost. I watched the entire fucking... Waste of my time. One of the biggest wastes of my time was watching Lost. What a bullshit fucking TV show. It was like literally they tried... This is how the writers went. They probably sat in a fucking room and they're like, okay, instead of like, hey... how should we create this episode? How should we write this episode or make this interesting? No, they probably sat there and talked about how do we make a twist for the ending of this episode.
How do we get people to tune in next week?
That's exactly it. Thank you. And which made it shit. It was literally like, it would get to a point as like some guy's like running somewhere, like he's going out for a jog, and all of a sudden he's like by a cliff. He's like, he's about to fall, but then the episode ends. The fuck? And then the next episode starts and it's like, oh no, he didn't fall.
Yeah.
Like, it was so bullshit. It was so dumb. And it lasted for fucking 8-9 seasons. Fucking J.J. Abrams made a fucking killing off that show.
Right.
But it wasn't like Breaking Bad. It wasn't like Bloodline that are like smart fucking... Dexter was a good one. Dexter, season finales for Dexter. No. The second, honestly, the like, last episode before
all
every
of these
season,
shows, Dexter, Bloodline, fantastic. Breaking Bad, every fucking episode, every single episode, you're like so hooked and so like you want to know what's gonna happen.
And you know what? I don't think the
so good
the twist at the end or like the cliffhangers are what really make a show great. Because, for instance, The Wire, Sopranos, they really didn't have cliffhangers. But it was here just and there, so, but, like, they would pull you like, right in.
Well, because the, excuse me, the stories of all the different characters are interwoven so well that it's just like, it just captivates you.
Absolutely. And I want to go ahead on the record here and say it. The greatest TV show of all fucking time ever fucking made is The Wire. If you haven't seen The Wire, go and watch The Wire tonight. Or today, or whatever. If you're gonna watch something, watch The Wire. It's the greatest TV show. Sopranos. HBO. Sopranos was good.
It's on Crave TV, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Crave TV is the one that has HBO shows.
Sopranos was good. Breaking Bad was good. Game of Thrones is good. Fucking all these shows are good. The Wire is the greatest TV show ever made. And that is... Google it. Just fucking Google The Wire and go on Wikipedia and read what the critics say. Literally say it's the greatest TV show ever made.
Yep.
Literally, that's what it says.
And I've like heard from so many different people that have watched it that, it's their favorite. Like, I don't think I've talked to anybody who's watched it who said it isn't their favorite TV show.
Yes. It's fucking crazy how good it is. And it's so weird because it's like... You watch the first episode and you're like, I don't get it.
Also,
you watch the second episode, I don't get it.
For the
third
ladies
episode
out there,
pulls you in.
Idris Elba is in it.
That was one of the first things he ever done.
That was, like when, exactly.
And he's not British. He's from Baltimore.
In the show,
In the show.
So, anyway.
Stringer Bell.
We don't really have to try to sell
Avon Barksdale. Oh, these are amazing characters. Like, so the whole show, sorry, I'll just say one last thing. The whole show was written and kind of like produced by a retired detective from Baltimore and a journalist from Baltimore. They sat together and they made this show about...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, about life and basically the crime in Baltimore and how it all basically works and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I literally thought I started watching it. I was like, oh, okay, it's just probably one of those like gangster shows. Like this guy sells drugs and he makes a lot of money.
The first season, the first couple of episodes are a little bit slow.
That's what I mean.
Like if you watch the first, try to get into this show without anyone having told you anything about it, and you watch the first 2 or 3 episodes, you might be like, okay, I don't know.
For me, it was after the 3rd episode.
Right.
Breaking Bad got me from the first episode.
Yeah.
The Wire got me after the 3rd episode.
Yeah.
Then I realized what I was watching. I was like, oh, this is a beast. Mm-hmm. Everything just clicked. Breaking Bad, pretty much the first 5 minutes got me.
Yeah.
Because Breaking Bad pilot, first 5 minutes, it's literally Bryan Cranston talking to his fucking camera, to this video recorder, telling his family, I'm sorry, I fucked up, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes onto is in the middle of the fucking desert, and he goes up he hears sirens coming, he goes up on the highway, takes a gun out and starts pointing at a fucking cop car that's about to come. And that's how the fucking show starts.
Yeah.
What?
It's crazy.
He's wearing his tight.
Who made that show, by the way?
Good question. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know. Some genius. This is a great show. But anyway, sidetrack. Bloodline right now. If you're looking for a good show to watch Bloodline. If you're looking for a mini series to watch, again, this is what reminded me, because you said that it's been a while since we watched something that, you know, it's got a twist at the end of every episode. You want to keep watching and blah, 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 blah. I guess something that will trump that, and that was People versus O.J. Simpson.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I think
everybody watched that, though.
I guess so. If you haven't seen it, it's 8 episodes total, miniseries. And that one was, I think, honestly, throughout our entire fucking relationship and watching movies and TV shows together, I think that one was the one that usually one of us passes out at some fucking point. But that one was like 3:30 in the morning. We're both wide awake.
And just can't stop watching.
Yeah, I'm like, we should go to bed. Like, this is fucked. Yeah. Like, we got to go to bed. That one was it. And it was weird because you know what the ending is. Because it's O.J. Simpson's trial.
The thing about that was it's like you get all the perspectives. Mm-hmm. Right? You get the perspectives of both sides of the trial and of all the main people involved in the trial, and it was very, very, very captivating.
Very captivating.
Yeah.
Everyone does so good in that show. Like, all the actors did a fucking fantastic job. Anywho,
it's crazy how these days, like, TV shows have gotten so good that, like, you know, back in the day, it was like...
They weren't that good back in the day?
No.
Mashed it really well for fucking years.
Of course, but, you know, TV shows are huge these days. TV shows are massive.
Because of binge watching.
It is. And, like, I just feel like a lot of, like, huge actors are going into TV because there's all these different mediums of TV, and... there's all this amazing programming being made for TV.
More people watch TV shows than they watch movies.
Exactly. Right? And we used to watch movies all the time, and we barely ever watch movies anymore.
Yes, right.
Barely. Rarely.
Yeah.
Same thing, I guess.
Same thing.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah,
I just find that interesting.
No, I think it's fantastic. I think it's great. And I think it is fucking awesome that all these little platforms... Not little, sorry. Giant platforms. Amazon, fucking, not Google. Why hasn't Google done shit? Weird. Amazon, Apple's doing one now. Facebook starting.
Yeah, you were just saying that before.
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. You know why? Because they're just going to compete in making better TV shows for us to fucking watch. What's wrong with that? Nothing. I'm not losing anything.
We have Amazon Prime. We should check out those Amazon
yeah, we should totally
programs.
Check out. Yeah. There's a couple of TV shows on Amazon that I really want to watch.
Stuff that they're making, right?
For sure. Also, I really want to check out Apple's new show, Planet of the Apps. The first episode just came out.
Planet of the Apps?
Planet of the Apps.
Ugh.
No, ugh.
I hate that name.
Well, you don't know what it is.
Planet of the Apes, Planet of the Apps.
Yeah, but this one's different. It's like...
What do you mean this one's different?
It's like Shark Tank or Dragon's Den.
Right.
But the way it works, there's a conveyor belt. Not a conveyor belt, sorry. It's like a escalator coming down. The escalator takes about 30 seconds, I think, from the top to bottom. So the app developer goes on the escalator and it takes about hold up. 30 seconds for just come on. 30 seconds for them to pitch their idea. And they're pitching it to
So it's literally an elevator pitch?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's such a fucking
They're pitching it to Jessica Alba, will.i.am, Gwyneth Paltrow, and my man, Gary Vaynerchuk.
Really?
That's right. And then they pitch it, and it's like The Voice, right? They pitch it, and then they're like, one of them as a coach.
Is it like The Voice where their backs are turned to them and then they turn around and it sounds like it's a good idea?
No, they're watching them.
Okay.
But then they pick them, like they will pick them. They'll be like their coach, and they're gonna coach them through this whole development of this app, and then they're gonna basically pitch that app to a giant company.
I just can't believe they took an elevator pitch and made it into a literal
of course.
fucking elevator pitch.
But I watched the trailer, and
that's insane.
It looks pretty dope. And what I really like about it is something very interesting. So the entire promo of this show is everything. They don't even mention Gary Vaynerchuk's name, even though he's one of the judges, one of the 4 judges, because nobody knows who he is. And it's funny because he says he loves that because he's like, wait till you watch the show and I fucking dominate.
Yeah.
And it's like after
he knows his shit.
Yeah, and it's like after the first episode came on, he's like, he was walking backstage. Everyone was like, who the fuck is that guy? Like everyone was like losing their shit.
Yeah.
Because he was like literally dominated. And it's funny. And then I see like on his Instagram post, there's like a picture of the Daily fucking America Today. That's the name. Yeah, that's the name of the newspaper, I think. Okay. Anyway, or USA Today. Daily USA or something like that. Whatever. And it's like on the front page, it's like Planet of the Apps, and it has a picture of Gwyneth Paltrow, will.i.am, and Jessica Alba, and it's like the judges. And then he fucking posted on Instagram, is like, I love it. And it's because he says he loves that nobody knows who he is, and they actually don't even put him in there.
Right.
He's like, and that what motivates him to like dominate. And so everyone's like, whoa, what is this fucking force, right?
Crazy. It's
That's
so weird
super cool.
that they picked like 3 like fucking mega stars
who have businesses and stuff, and they've done well.
And then Gary Vaynerchuk, who's like, sure, he's known to certain people, but he's not Jessica Alba.
I think they picked him up because technicality, like he knows his technical shit. Do you know what I mean?
Interesting.
And
so this is done by Apple.
Planet of the Apps.
Planet of the Apps. I can't get over the name.
Get over it. I think it's funny.
So, what do we think? Dinner time?
Yeah, I
right?
fucking hope so. What time is it? 1:34 a.m. on a motherfucking Thursday. Hey, it's our day off.
Hey.
Woo! Anyway, what are we listening to? What are we closing it out to?
So we are closing it out this evening to
Used to It by Ash or Aish?
Used to It by, I think it's Ash. A-S-H-E.
What's up with the E at the end?
I don't know, some fucking Nordic name or something.
Nordic name. I was thinking that for whoever's listening to this podcast, to this episode, but like really just like our devoted podcast listeners, there's only 2 of them out there, Sam and me.
And my sister. There's 3 of us.
Your sister, that's right. Okay. This is going to prove if your sister's a devoted fan or not.
Okay.
Why don't you, this is to the listeners, if you're a devoted fan, prove to us that you're a devoted fan by going on iTunes and leaving us a review.
Absolutely.
Just leave us a review. I wonder if you could just leave a couple stars.
Play.
Or Google Play.
Yeah. You can definitely just do stars.
Just do stars. You can go 1 star if you fucking hate us. If you think we're dumb as fuck, just do it. I like to see that.
Feedback all around.
Literally, I will not mind if someone goes on our fucking iTunes review and be like, that show sucks.
Yeah.
Because I will see that and I'll be like, okay, I wonder why it sucks. I just want to know. I'd be like, maybe it's just like, they don't want us to talk about fucking serving, They want us to talk about like
Also,
The TV shows. I don't fucking know.
in case you're not following us on social media, it's at shitfacedpod. We are mostly active on Instagram at the moment. And if you happen to live in Vancouver or, around Vancouver and you're interested in being a guest on the podcast, just email us at shitfacedpodcast@gmail.com or contact us through social media. And, we're very open to having guests.
We're open to help people out, promote themselves, promote their brand, promote their services or of any kind. Most of the times it's Sam and I doing a show. We love to have guests on. It doesn't really matter in what it is. If you work a shift and you finish a shift and you come home and you just want to chill and relax and have a drink, then contact us.
We'll provide the drinks.
We'll provide the drinks. Contact us. Come and hang out with us. Chill. We'll talk. Because this is what this whole podcast is all about. It's about regular peeps like Sam and I just being behind a mic and talking about their day and talking about their shift that they just worked and how life is good, And shoot us an email. Just shitfacepodcast@gmail.com. Just email. Do whatever. Send us hate mail, for fuck's sakes. So this is used to it. Oh, by the way, so this is a test. I'm kind of like send a trap out there to see if your sister is a devoted fan. If you're listening to this, Julia, then I want you to go and leave us a review on iTunes or a couple of stars on iTunes.
I think she might have already done it.
I don't think she has.
Okay.
Either that or just, you know what? If you have already, just shoot us a text. Be like, ha ha ha, I already done it. What, you thought I wasn't listening? Something like that.
Yeah.
All right. So this is basically a shout out to Julia. Julia, by the way, you're fucking famous now. You're welcome. All right. Here we go. Used to It by Ash. How did you find out about this song, Sam?
Google Play once more.
Jesus Christ. Google Play. You have no imagination to find your own fucking music.
That's how I find my own freaking music.
Yeah, fucking music. Or did you say freaking or fucking?
I don't know. I think I made a weird noise.
Freaking or fucking, who cares? Here we go.
Good night, listeners. We love you.
Love you all. Used to It by Ash. Here we go. Boom.
Sick of all the issues, and I don't wanna hate you, but we ain't really fighting about the fucking dishes and all the broken pieces that we're never fixing. What do we get into after everything we've been through? Cause we ain't really worrying about the weather. We never get along, but here we are. Those tiptoes, you watch me walk this tightrope. Too scared to let go, let go. Maybe we can forget all the shit we said, take it back. Think we better make our contact like we used to. All we do used to is sink or swim. We've already jumped down all in. We can make it feel right again, like before we were used to it. 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 You couldn't stay away. I get laced up in lingerie. Yeah, I be doing extra just to make you dinner, and you appreciate me, babe. Those tiptoes, you watch me walk this tightrope. Too scared to let go, let go. Maybe we can forget all the shit we said, take it back. Think we